best advice you can give to a young man or young woman out there that's struggling, going in a dark spot, and they want to kind of get out of that and get more enlightened and get more in tune with themselves? You keep referencing a book. I want to ask you, how does one access the book you reference, and what advice would you give somebody that's going in a dark spot that kind of wants to kind of gain more enlightenment in themselves?
You know, I say this, but it's like you don't even want to say it because you tell people to go read a holy book and then everybody's saying something different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate that. Yeah, everybody reading these books and then everybody's saying something different. It's like, what's going on? So what I try to do, I try to ask them to look inside themselves first and ask yourself, does something seems like it's not right? Does something seem like as you don't have peace or rest, or like something that the world is going crazy? It's the question that drives you first. And not to sound too matrixy, but that's the truth.
Mm.
You know, if you have that question inside your spirit of what's going on, I think you should read first. Start with just Genesis to Malachi, and read about your ancestors. If you're going through that, if you're relating to the same thing that these people have went through, and you can see yourself in this book, then ask yourself why. Why are we constantly going in circles? Why do we sound like the same people that was murmuring and crying in the desert when God freed us from Egypt? Why are we in the same situation we've been in for 400 years? Why do we have the same people coming out of nowhere saying the same thing over and over, and they calling that person crazy? Why, even when my avatar leaves this realm, someone else, hopefully, hopefully the freedom is before that, but hey, who knows? Somebody else will probably come and say the same thing I'm saying. Why? Because your history is written in a book. And if anybody want to watch Once Upon a Time, I think that's a great way to look at our people. There's a curse over our people that it's only going to be annulled by us doing what we promised to the Almighty to do. And this doesn't go for all black people, quote unquote. This goes for a bloodline of the Shemitic race that made the covenant come down to Egypt. So this doesn't apply. So if this doesn't apply to you, you can be like, oh, that doesn't apply to me. I don't care what he's saying. He sounds crazy. Then you might be of a different bloodline. But the people that of that bloodline, it will apply to them. They will understand it. And most of them are sons and daughters of the slaves of this generation. So you have slaves from generation of Persia, Babylon, Rome. We was in Rome in 70 A.D. From the Roman persecution. Then we had the before that we had the Assyrians. You know, it's the same people in slavery all the time. You look on the walls of Egypt. You look on the walls of all these great Rome. They were us. Even in the TV show, you see, or a movie, you see these old movies of these old civilizations. We always the one carrying the people
Yeah.
and the damn thing, because that's where our position was. Because we have not done what the Almighty said. He said seven different kingdoms will come and rule over us before we can have our own. Because we didn't do what he said to do.
Yeah, that is deep, man. When you actually get into those prophecies, a lot of it is coming true. That's one thing you can't really deny, man. A lot of stuff that was written down. But speaking of prophecies and somebody they might call a prophet, you know, some people, Katt Williams.
Oh yeah, look at.
Talk about him. How's your relationship with him? And do you wish you kind of would have listened to him back in the day when he was like, man, don't do it, don't do it? You think he was like that was, you know, the creator
No,
sending you
I'm happy. I'm happy I went through this. So, because
Okay.
now I probably would just been still asleep. So, the Almighty used the wicked side to get me in order to be as part of the side of the light. And that's how it works. It's a balance. It is a necessary to do. Duality is here. It's necessary. So I don't regret anything. And no, I don't wish I would have listened. I'll be honest. I don't do what I try not to do what I could have should have anymore. You know. Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Katt's great. So what?
No, go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
No, Katt Williams is great. He's dope. He's good. He's a great comic. I think he burned out his Illuminati points. What I mean by that is he just kept talking against them, and I think he just got tired of it.
Is that real? The Illuminati thing, what he was talking about?
It's a private family that wants to rule over the world. It's that simple. It's nothing that deep. It's not this mystical, just private families controlled by other entities that are not human, that are fighting for the control of this realm. Everyone's fighting for the control of this earth and this realm. And every realm connects. So it's hard to explain, bro. It's all they people that are awake and understand what I'm talking about, or people that spies on my every move, they'll know what I'm talking about. They'll understand, like, oh, he knows what he's talking about, because they know they know. All the great people that do great things, like with Tesla and energy, and understand how this thing works, it's been proven that we're kind of inside of a what do you call it?
Simulation.
Simulation.
Yeah.
Simulation. Thank you. It's been proven that there's something controlling us from another side, but that's a whole other conversation I just, you guys should look what Elon Musk is and all these big tech guys, they have come to the conclusion that yeah, this whole thing is kind of intertwined together with another realm, but that's a whole other conversation.
What's your thoughts on social media and how that's evolved and just the
It's
overall platform of social media?
It's a portal for energy and information. Just a portal, like right now. We're able to talk through time and space, and on a device that captures that processes light. It's all just, they just keep making stuff that proves everything I'm saying. And we just going, I don't see it. It's like, okay, well, when that hologram come out, you see a dude just in your house that's dead, you're gonna be like, what's going on with this? It's like, it's like Rafiki. You want to be Rafiki, sometimes just knock somebody over the head with that staff and be like, you know what I mean? It's like, y'all don't see this?
Right.
How do you feel about sorry, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, finish.
No, but you can't be arrogant about it. I try not to be haughty or, oh, I know more than you, because a wise man knows he knows nothing.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the current state of black hip hop or music? How do you feel about the overall message in hip hop right now?
What is the message in hip hop right now? Actually, I should know this because I'm actually coming out with a album. I've been in the studio just because
Okay.
I don't know. I think my messages are better served on music. I think you can talk all this stuff, and it's like, yeah. So I just wanted to put my energy in the music, and and just maybe one day people will understand what's going on, and just put that through music. So I really don't listen to too many other people, but I would say I'll be close to like a J. Cole, of course, a conscious rapper, but I don't know. I don't really listen to too much hip hop. I like Fabio Foreign though. I like him. He's dope. I like underground stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only so many times you can just talk about bitches and money. I mean, I get it. It's part of our culture. We were polygamous at one point in times, and we were kings. So our spirits seem like it wants bitches and money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it is what it is. So I try to say, I kind of show it in a more classier way, in more of a kingdom way. And I wouldn't call them bitches, and I wouldn't call it money. I would call it currency and wives. Your wives and your family and your bloodline and protecting it. I rap about that. I rap about righteous order, debt versus equity, um, You know, will people feel it? I don't know. I think music sounds amazing. I take all the trap beats, underground drill beats, and I do stuff that you can dance to. So, you know, but who knows? I mean, I don't know. I think that hip hop is at a place where it's trying to find its. I honestly think that my perspective is missing from hip hop. I think, and the reason why I'm saying this is my perspective is unique, but it's also ancient, but it's also everlasting. So it never gets old. You know, um, as long as life exists, my perspective should exist too. So you know, um, I think that my rap name is SOD. I think SOD's perspective is missing from rap, personally. You know, and then that's why I'm rapping, because that perspective is not being heard. But do I care about selling records? Do I think I could with the right marketing, you
Right.
know, but I think they may appreciate it maybe later, because our people. You see, let's see how bad it gets. You know, let's see how I'm a voice you want to hear. Maybe when stuff is bad, you know, when stuff is you want to get some information, you want to see what's going on, you know. But it's like lifestyle. How you live a righteous lifestyle with still having a nice glass of wine on a yacht, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing righteous about that. There's nothing unrighteous about smoking weed, if it's grown from the right people. There's nothing unrighteous about having multiple wives.
Right.
There's nothing unrighteous. It's just the way we're showing it is just not kingdom. It's not classy. It's not to the next level.
Good point. Good point.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming
Mu-
soon. That portion of brought to you by Vitamin Wine.
Okay.
Is that you right there too?
That's not me. I don't own any of these things.
Okay.
This is a private family house that owns all that not even owns, that stewards
Okay.